Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer, and welcome to the stream. OBS has changed its layout. I don't like it. It's slightly different. That means it's ruined. I hope everyone's doing okay. We nearly didn't get this stream because I went to get the DLC for Dredge this morning and wasn't there. Normally, new stuff launches either at midnight or 1 o'clock. No, nothing. Game wasn't updating. Cool, whatever, I'm going to work. I get home from work, we have a very short window for me to, like, download the game and slam it into my console and just get it ready to go. The music looped. I was kind of going for not that. Because check it out, the game updated, and we're ready to go. It's actually silent, so don't worry. I don't like this, having to have this loading screen, because this one takes a bit. But at the same time, I wanted to show off the new title screen. Here's what Dredge looks like now. Excuse me, or at least now that you've picked up the DLC. It's £5. Gonna be worth it? Yeah, probably. Anybody know any bawdy shanties while we're waiting? Cause, you know, that'd be cool. I feel it should be illegal to have loading screens that stutter like that. If you're not gonna have, like, a little, counter. Oh, yeah! I painted my boat! Look, it's purple! I did the last couple of pursuits, and my boat's purple now. The last couple of pursuits were just more dudes hanging out on rocks and they want 3 fish or crabs. The jerks. And, yeah, they gave me some books. And so I caught a couple extra crabs and stuff. Caught the Anchovy King. That's new. But, yeah, I caught a bunch of stuff. But for now, where is my DLC? I'm presuming I go someplace. Alright, let's head south. Let's rocket south, everyone. Oh, Wales is here. And Grems is here. Welcome, everyone. Hope we're all doing okay. It's a slightly different kind of spooky game today. It's not like Boo a Haunted House like Dementium was. This one is just unsettling and the whispering quiet. Yep. Still just barreling south. Here we go. I considered unlocking some of the other colors for the boat, and then I'm like, I'm not going to want to paint it orange, so I'm not going to spend many in-game days doing that quest. That seems like a little too much. Oh, hello, hello! Look, it's an island! Slash another little pontoon with Nurse Joy on it. I'm assuming that's a pontoon. I was looking right at it, and apparently I got blasted out. Didn't work. Down here to investigate the ice field too. Seems to have appeared out of nowhere. My best guess is that it drifted up from the south. Either way, I thought I should set up a pontoon here. But when I went to stake my claim, I noticed some old equipment on the ice. Come check it out when you get a second. In the meantime, I've got some new rods for sale. They'll be perfect for fishing in the ice around here. Well, the first thing we need to do is, please repair my boat. Thank you. Alright, what's new? You're new. The Glacial Lance. Tempered steel allows this unusually slim rod to withstand the forces of large oceanic species. So that's ice and ocean. That one's just ice. Sophisticated hook design allows it to break through submerged ice. 1938. I think I'm going to take this one. I'm going to install it here instead of my harvesting platform, which is a shame because the harvesting platform is great. Click, hello. I'm doing okay. How are you? Hope we're all doing well. Ooh. Ooh. A brittle troll net. While this net has been constructed for icy waters, it's still vulnerable to tearing on icebergs and seizing from the cold. Lasts for 1 day. I don't know about that, but I do know I'm going to bring some explosives. Explosive. The traveling merchant has crossed over to the nearby iceberg and is inspecting some of the old pieces of metal. You approach. It's so weird. This stuff seems old. Like, really old. She kicks a large sheet of metal, half embedded in the ice. A thin layer of snow dislodges, revealing lines of rivet holes. Come in here, look. You follow her into a small makeshift shelter ruined by years of harsh weather. Inside are some schematics nailed to a table, still barely legible. See how they've angled these sheets? Lining of the metal around the bow? Whoever was here, I think they were constructing an icebreaker. Could you make another one using these plans? Probably. But, let me see. She trudges outside again, paces out the length of the metal scraps on the ice. We got most of the basic metals, or here, most of the basic materials here already. But of course, we're missing the most crucial pieces. An icebreaker needs specially tempered angled metal, as well as components designed to minimize the impact to your hull. Can't see any of those here, but whoever left all this stuff here, maybe they left other pieces elsewhere. Or maybe you'll be able to find their old ship and salvage the icebreaker they already built. That'd be convenient. Anyway, to build a new icebreaker, here are the parts we'll need. Okay. So that's going to be over here, right? To build an icebreaker, that's what we need. Okay, cool. Can I add any additional rods? No, this side. This is the side that I want in my storage. Maybe not in my storage, actually, because how am I supposed to fit any of this into any of that? Why am I carrying some rot in my cargo? I don't know. Get out of here. I need you. Let's take... Sure, let's take one of you. I might need it. I don't know. And now we sleep. So yeah, Click's doing okay. Rin's doing okay. I think we're all good today. We're just hanging out, exploring a little additional piece of dredge. Oh, that's going to be the bit that requires the icebreaker, isn't it? I was going to try and dynamite it. Maybe not. Ice fish. Astral ice fish. Oh, that's great. Look, there's stars inside it. Constellations of light dance through its body, stitching fin to flesh and spine to bone. So if you haven't seen Dredge, this is what it is. It's a fishing game, but like horror. Toothfish. You go around fishing up stuff, occasionally dredging up stuff, but also something weird's going on. Oh, that's ice fish again. Okay. Well, there you go. Thawed ice fish. I was going to say, if it'll let me catch another aberrant fish. Globs of flesh drip from this fish. Its departure from the icy waters causing an instant, irreversible reaction. That's like an actual thing as well. Like, anglerfish and all that. You can't bring them up to the surface, because then they just did the decompression. They just explode. Fisherman, I didn't expect to see you this far south. Well, this is a fortunate turn of events. There's a narwhal somewhere in this ice field. Couldn't get any further in, so I've been trying to get a picture from here with no luck. Tried placing some scraps of fish on that ice sheet over there to entice it, but didn't have enough to hold its attention for long. I only caught a glimpse. Don't suppose you have any fish you'd be prepared to donate to the pursuit of wildlife photography. Fill the space entirely with any fish you like. Can't imagine the narwhal is too picky. Can I do that? Can I do that now? No, I need one more. I'm glad she said that, because I was all set to blow that up. I may yet choose to blow that up. Okay. So. One fish. Two fish. Blue fish. Blue fish. Purple fish. Golden fish. Is that how that book went? I never read that one. That's perfect. Now, cut your engines. We need to wait in complete silence. Shh. I think I hear something under the ice. What on earth was that thing? I'm not sticking around to find out. It's not a narwhal, was it? Hey? You playing tricks on me. Oh, well, there you go. Rin is apparently some sort of massive subaquatic beast. I like how my character is particularly calm right now, because we weren't out in the dark. We were just waiting with the photographer. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Whispering Madness. I don't need you. Did I catch any more fish? I didn't. Let's just sleep. So. Having done this, we can return and go a little deeper. This music is great. Big fan of just soulful clarinets. Right. There we go, there we go. I thought I saw a patch of something over there. I'm guessing that's just ice. Oh, it's like a cloud. I know what those are. From school. Ooh. An icebreaker plow half. There you go. We'll have that. I thought that was going to be, what's it? A flag. I don't think they mentioned any new flags. Just new fish and crabs and stuff. Ooh, I should drop my crab pots. A cold wind whistles through the doorway of the only cabin still standing. Beside it, a frozen-over dig site is littered with tools and debris. Light pierces through the ice, intensifying and concentrating into a glow on the center. A dark form takes shape in the light. Listen to it. Distorted voice echoes from within. Don't disturb the ice. Who are you? Who are you? Captain, the expedition charted the ice field, appeared suddenly through the ice. What happened here? It whispered, promised, stones from the stars. It knew 3 would hear, the heart beneath the ice. The voice grows louder. It commanded 3 listeners, 3 sacrifices for 3 eyes. I obeyed, but a 4th now sees, forever futile. The shadow is silent for a time. Slumbering still. You should leave. It sees you, before it whispers. Do not risk breaking. It senses through the ice. Through the shadows. No hope. Okay, so that's something to come back to when I get a pickaxe, I guess. You enter the small cabin. The door long since fallen from its hinges. A rotting table sits inside. A crudely drawn map of the area has been charted onto a scrap of paper. You attach it to your own map. A large book sits on the table. It's well worn from the passage of time, but you can still read the words Captain's Log etched into the cover. You open the book, its frozen spine cracking for the first time in decades. Which entry do you want to read? Well, we'll start at the start, shall we? 30th of May, 1847. Arrived at the floating sea ice amidst a particularly thick fog. A few channels could be seen leading into the ice, though sizable chunks float in our way, posing a hazard. I have ordered us to moor against the outer ice wall, while the engineers make adjustments to better prepare the vessel. The vessel was pursued by a particularly aggressive narwhal. Some men placed fish on the ice nearby in an effort to distract it. It appeared to work, though only for a time. It resurfaced and needed satiating repeatedly. If we can't find a more permanent solution to the beast, we'll have to make sure we keep enough fish on hand to placate it. As I lay falling asleep, the most almighty voice spoke unto me. It resounded from the thick ice below, at once both powerful and ethereal. There was no mistaking this as a trick of the wind, nor a jest by the crew. I did not pause for response or acknowledgement, but it whispered a cryptic prophecy. It did not do that. I didn't do that. It did that. Thanks, voice. At first, I could not make sense of it. 3 listeners shall hear the heart, and that I should indulge these listeners. It spoke of boundless wealth from the stars, and of eyes opening unto the world. The rest of my sleep was feverish, as my mind was plagued with the sound of the voice. It spun my head, echoing ever louder. In the morning, the boatswain and the navigator came to me separately, claiming to have heard a sound like a heartbeat as the men were digging yesterday. They indicated a desire to explore the eastern and western reaches of the ice field. I shall indulge them. Oh, dang! Check that out. Empirical Woodland dropping the rare golden kappa. That's what you want. Is that because I said a word wrong? Is it actually pronounced Biotswan? Anemone is a word. That's how that word is pronounced. You guys are wrong. See, now this is the bit that gets me with the ice fishing, right? Fractalan ice fish. Crystals of ice pierce through its body, distorting scales, teeth, and fins. Is like it's just 100 meters here, straight down, There's no ridges, no mountains, nothing. You go over the edge of this boat, you are just gone. And man, that mess is terrifying. Looks like someone built a feeding station for that monstrous narwhal. Perhaps its appetite would be satisfied by offering a fish. Ah. So do that, and it will leave me alone. Do that, and it'll bash through that ice like before, I reckon. Well, oh man, I really need to get back to base. I don't need to get back to base. Because there's a sleeping station right there. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Let's go fishing. Let's feed that narwhal. Yeah, and then over there, that's going to be another part of the ship. Or the icebreaker at the very least. Do you hear that heartbeat? I hear that heartbeat. I don't like it. Leaving fish here would probably attract that monstrous narwhal. And so we shall. There you go. Big old plate of them. I need one more. Darn. Well, that's alright. They won't rot on the like little inventory screen over here. So that'll be fine. Only after midnight, Empirical Woodland. Never before such times. Right. Hey, you made the reference first, okay? Don't you be looking at me like I'm the nerd. No more fish will fit on the pile. Yeah. That should keep it satisfied. At least for a little while. Yeah, see? Now, we can go over here. We can have a nice little sleep. And hopefully things will go back to normal by morning. Good times. Sea stars! Yeah, there's a point, actually. What? Where was Starfish? While I was shopping. Playing the main game. What happened with them? King crab. Ooh, no thanks. No thank you. Welcome back, Zachary. We just found a king crab. Those are the ones that are friggin' massive. I wonder what would happen if I brought along the arterial engine. Because the whole point of that thing was that it had, it beat in time to my own heart. So what if I bring such a thing to the area with the beating heart in it? I don't know. What the hell are you? You dock against a small platform of ice formed around a gigantic clawed hand. You are not the first to find this place. Remnants of a long-abandoned camp litter the ice. Hello there, Kali Dalai. Hopefully I got that right. I'm bad at names at speed. Eastern Terminus. An unnatural spire of ice stands above scraps of snowed-over equipment. A dark shape twists within. An anguished voice cries from deep within the ice. Help me. Frozen so many years. Help me. Please break the ice. Who are you? I am, the boatswain, the expedition, the terror. Please, break the ice. What happened? Figure contorts through painful shapes. We saw lights dancing in the ice. Dug deep, didn't know. Heard it. The heart beating under ice, the cracking. Walking, the noises in the east. I went. The captain brought him here to find it. The hand in the night, shadow of claws. Darkness shrinks. I turned away, just a moment. The pain, the claws, my back, so cold, so dark, under ice. Please break ice. Well, I can't do that just yet, but that'll be something to come back to. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be like, hey, you're late, tap my watch. People arrive when they wish to arrive. If they do or do not. Lizardfish! That kind of thing always cracks me up. When it's like, you just named the thing what it looks like, maybe. Like a lionfish. Or the zebra turkey fish. Which is only one of those things. Try saying your name again, please. Khalil Delai. Because there's an L in there that I missed the first time. Right, what we're going to do... Let's go back home. Or at least what passes for home out here. Oh, that's clever. I like that. Literally, we just taped it onto our original map. Let's go back to the main pontoon. Let's see what we can find over there. Are you... I don't know if that is something stuck in the ice, or if that is a texture. It's alright. It's one of those things. I am occasionally quite bad at reading names at first glance. And it's usually fine. Like, after a time or two, when I get it, when I know, when I get it, we're fine. But, like... Nah, man. I'm not super great. Right. Let's go to the icy work site. Oh, there! That's where it lives! Okay. Oh! Oh, that's actually a lot easier than I thought it would be then. Where's my storage? The one labeled my storage. Good job, me. So yeah, I was looking at this, right? And I thought... There's like... You see all these little bits in the background? I thought that was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 parts that I have to put together to make the icebreaker, but it looks like it's just 3. There you go, 1 more. And I'll have... icebreaker, a cow catcher. I'll have something. Hi. I express concern / confusion as a hair clip falls out of my hair, but I wasn't wearing any. What? It's like bobby pins, how they just sort of manifest. I don't have any more crab pots. Okay, I thought I had more. But apparently, I don't. Nope, 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 nope. Yes. Yeah, look at the moves. Go by Kyle to not make people confused. Well, that's alright. I am easily confused at times. Don't even worry about it. What are you? Oh yeah, toothfish. That would actually work, because if I catch another one of those... I don't know that I can necessarily... Oh, do you know what? I think that one's going to be a flag. Yeah, because I kind of see like the mast down there. I think that one's going to be a flag. And the final... Don't mind me. Yeah, I think that one's a flat. And as soon as I get the icebreaker built up, I can go and do that. Oh no. That thing's just gonna come barreling straight towards me, isn't it? Probably. Oh! Oh, that's even better! Oh, that's fine then. I was worried I would have to fill up the entire platform, but that, mostly filling it up, was enough to make the narwhal go away. That heartbeat is really subtle and really good. Like I have mentioned in the past, the game design in Dredge is fantastic, and there's a lot of really subtle little bits and pieces like that. Have I just sailed my way out of where I was? Yes, but that's fine, because it's coming on 6. So tomorrow... I could go around the edge. I probably don't want to go around the edge. I want to go through the ice flow. And then over there to the left. Oh, man! There was an opportunity for a Mighty Boosh reference right there, and I didn't take it, and I'm a little disappointed in myself. They have this whole song about getting lost in the blinding whiteness of the tundra. And like, yep, that's what this appears to be. Cut me off at the pass, will you? Run. That's what that is. Right. So on the kanji for bone, looks like a little skeleton, and it makes me happy. Well, I'm glad, Sakurai. I haven't seen that one. I will have to check it out. There's very few kanji that I know off the top of my head. Cat is one of them. Meat is one of them. Goblin Shark! Oh man, somebody mentioned that when we were playing the main game of Dredge, and they were like, you want to talk about messed up deep sea horrors? Goblin Shark, my dude. And like, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. Yeah. I never took Reese to be a goblin. Thank you very much. Except in the way that all my chat members are goblins. Myself included. Am I going to be able to do this today? I'm not. Maybe if I do one of them. Right. It would be kind of cool if they included a fill option. Oh, man. This is stupid. That's what that is. Can I? I can't do that, can I? Like, if I put you there, no, I'm always going to have a gap. Crimson Albedo says, the smooth and suave CPC graces my screen today. Well, thank you very much. I will take being smooth and suave. I will take, not having a fish when I need one. Does anybody want to give me just a little one square fish? That'd be grand. Nope, you're a 1x2. Well, I'll tell you what I do need to do is go get some sleep. It'll be dark soon, and then where will we be? Fallen stars. Is that a hand? An assembly of asteroids conjoined at the dark, finger-like roots stretched down through the substrate. Substrate? I would have said substrata, but I don't know the word substrate. So, there you go. Ooh. Ooh, do you know what I can do? Do you know what I can do, chat? I bet that narwhal would eat a pile of crabs. How is everyone? Well, I'm doing alright. I'm having... I'm sorry, are you lighting up? That ice thing is lighting up, and it shouldn't. That is worrying. Darkrai broke Rider's block after a month. Amazing! I love to hear that. I got a friend who does a lot of writing, or at least wishes to do a lot of writing, and it can be hard. Sometimes, like, damn it! Sometimes writing is sitting staring at a blank page, but like, it's hard to process that sometimes. You feel like writing must be putting words on a page. Get that count up. and then edit it back down again. But being able to break that writer's block, that's what we want. That's the good stuff right there. Okay. The best way to think about doing dialogue is to read aloud. No more fish will fit onto the pile. Because, like, if you can write and write and write and write and write, and it might sound stilted and weird unless you realize, you know, if you read it aloud and realize, oh, well, this isn't quite how people speak now, is it? Can I have the rest of my equipment, please? I wanna break ice. Yeah, there you go. I wanna break ice and get flag. Good luck with this, Andy. Yeah, there you go. We did it. We did it, everyone. Just at work, trying to stay productive. Do you know what? Trying to be productive is incredibly difficult. I do not like the phrase, we'll find you something to do, because that means there's nothing to do. Another makeshift camp constructed in the shadow of a frozen, clawed hand. Someone was seeking these out. An unnatural spire of ice stands above scraps of snowed-over equipment. The dark shape twists within. A voice calls out, distant and distorted. Trapped. Forever, this prison. Get me out. Break it. Somehow. Free me. Who are you? The navigator. Find safe passage. Chart the ice. It came from beyond. Break it. Somehow. Free me. What happened? The digging. Cracked ice like a web awoke the icy heart. I told him. Whispers in the west. Took the boatswain east. Returned alone. Dark figure shudders, sending vibrations through the ice. The next day, rode here. Captain saw the claws, gripped my soul. He insisted. Made camp. Shadow of the Beast! Hell yeah! What a great game. Waiting for the stars. In the night, I saw his shape. Suddenly, swallowed by the cold. In the dark, he left me. Break it. Somehow. Free me. So yeah, that's very specifically looking for, a pickaxe of some sort. Also, I'm kind of feeling like maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Like, the first thing we found was the captain being like, hey, literally do not break the ice. Bad juju happen if break ice. But what if? But what if do? You can have some sea stars. There you go. There's very little meat in these stars, but you can have them. And maybe that will make you leave me alone for a short while. Yeah? Yeah. Where's crab pot number 2? And there's something in it. This is something I learned while I was doing the quests for the robed figures. Because one of them wants a very particular kind of crab. Which is hard to find. When the little lantern on top of the crab pot is flashing, that means there's a crab in the pot. So there you go. Now we know. I love that you can see the lighthouse from essentially any point in the map. Like, that's great game design as well. Where... Can I fish that, please? There you go. Yeah, that's great game design as well, because it helps to have a reference point to, like, specifically where home is, so that no matter where you are in the world, you always know. Man, you guys are just waiting for me outside the dock, aren't you? Also, if you break the ice instead of melting it, wouldn't the person inside shatter as well? Good point, actually. I don't know. See, this is why you're a physicist. And I'm over here, CPC gamer. That's everything. So let me warm my hands up a little, and we'll get started. Alright, I think that should do it. The front of your ship can now break through chunks of ice. Go ahead, test it out. I'll be watching from here. You can repair my boat, first of all. Thanks. Oh, I forgot to mention, just let me know if you want to temporarily remove that icebreaker. I can swap it out at any of my pontoons. But looking through the schematics we found before, there are plans here for another device too. They're for an ice shaper. That's different to your icebreaker, by the way. It's for cutting chunks of ice. If you find the missing device, I'll be able to use it to use the machine to harvest ice blocks for refrigeration. The blocks of ice can be packed into your cargo to slow fish spoilage. Pretty handy, right? Here's what the missing ice shaper looks like. Oh, that's a really clever idea, actually. Alright, let's see how this works. Yeah! Destructible scenery. The future is now, old man. I'm going to forget which chunks of ice are breakable and slam into a wall at some point. Just... That's me, like, pointing to the stands. I feel that one, that's going to be the correct one. I misjudge what I'm doing and crash. Okay, well, Zarkrai. Ice axe. Cracked at the handle, the teeth are coated in frozen blood. I feel like now... Ooh, there's something down there. Right. Let's go this way, because I remember there was another, like, broken piece of ice that I could go through and find something or other. I feel bad that I've never seen Avatar. The anime one, not the Smurf one. Well, if we are getting multiple ice axes, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna smash through some of this ice, is what I'm gonna do. And then... Let's go free that guy! Surely nothing bad will happen. It's not like we got a direct warning to do the literal opposite of what I am about to do. Everything will be fine. I would suggest just ship it over, Rixtrus, but I don't know if I've got 6 years to wait for it. All of the salt, which appropriately, salt would melt the ice to a degree. You strike hard against the center of the shard, where the shadowy shape appears darkest. A deep crack chases upwards, cleaving away fragments that fall and shatter. The structure peels open, split to its core. A glistening stone lies inside, cradled by broken shapes, wispy threads of starlight trailing from it. You take the stone and leave. Actually, there are very few pieces that remain. Whoever made camp here was poorly prepared. Inside a small bag, you find a leather-bound journal. 4th of June, 1847. The man spent the whole day digging. They passed up chunks of ice. Some was brilliant as crystals, others of a deepest blue, more beautiful than sapphires. But none held the glow we had seen in the night. However, I did note a disturbance in the ice to the west. It began as periodic, distant rumble. As the men dug deeper, the pulsing quickened, strengthening until I could see the ice shifting on the surface. Thanks, Suika game. I shall have to inform the captain. It may well be that the narwhal creature we saw earlier, though this did seem much larger. As I write this, I can already feel my eyes closing. It will have to wait until morning. This morning, the captain appeared out of the fog, roaming alone. Apparently, the boatswain remains at the camp in the east, waiting for nightfall. They were unsuccessful in their search, but it does make sense that the lights would be more visible at night. Tomorrow, we're to journey together to the west, towards the shifting ice I reported. We are alone on a small island of ice. After hours of rowing through narrow channels, it rose through the fog, a gargantuan, monstrous claw reaching from the deep. Whatever creature it once belonged to must be long dead, as the claw is frozen solid. I wanted to turn back immediately, but the captain insisted we investigate. He is on edge, his head turning this way and that, listening for the slightest sound. He is convinced something will happen after dark. As the last light from the cold sun fades, I have the sense that it will be a long night. I am amazed at the post-launch support for Suika game. It's had 5 or 6 updates, and like the only major cosmetic one has been the Halloween update. Although, I can imagine that it's going to have a Christmassy themed one coming up. What if it's a Christmas one and you have to make Christmas pudding? Hot times. What we can do, let's stop at the central camp, because first of all, we have an ice axe that I can use there, and second of all, it's night time, and I really need to sleep. Stop all the creepy things coming. You know, we were naming Tohos the other day. I didn't name Suika, and I didn't name Suako. Those are the 2 that I really, really like. The Navigator. My eyes. For the shadow closing, you risk annihilation. Do not risk breaking its senses through the ice. Through the shadows. No hope. Well, guess what? You strike hard against the center of the shard where the shadowy shape appears darkest. A deep crack chases upwards, cleaving away fragments that fall and shatter. The structure peels open, split to its core. Glistening stone lies inside, cradled by broken shapes, wispy threads of starlight trailing from it. Well, no, you said it, Doc, right? That's what would happen. Don't be breaking open that. Everyone will get splintered and die. And, no thank you. This piece of music reminds me very much of Hyperlight Drifter. Like, if you ever played that one, that's it. Can I pick you up? Yeah, there you go. That music reminds me of Hyperlight Drift, a very good game. Very minimalist ambient soundtrack. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, get out of the way, ice. No! Don't break my boat! I need that light to see. Well, if we try not to think about it too much, Zakrai, surely everything will be fine. Right, you can go into storage. I'm sorry, what was that sound? That was pretty cool. Now, we head south. We need to find one more. Yeah, it seems like everywhere around here is 100 meters deep, even though I am clearly above an ice shelf. But you know what? That's fine. We're going to throw out some more crab pots and see what we catch. There are plenty of crabs here. And here. Yes, that is pretty much where I put them down the first time. That's fine. Right, this way. Because there's that third black dot on the map. And this appears to be in that direction. And now we've got the icebreaker. We can just go through it. Say interesting facts about ourselves. Hi, I'm CPC Gamer. And I would honestly sooner take a full force kick in the teeth than explain an interesting fact about myself. Which, bonus, is an interesting fact, so I don't have to take that full force kick in the teeth. Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's not how you dredge! A spire of glassy ice stands in the shadow of the cliffs. Across the water, a monstrous visage appears from an icy tomb. A sound of anger lashes from within. Murderer, betray your men, left us here, you sleepless god. The voice abates. Wait, your shadow, it speaks. Another shape. Please, save us all. Find the axe. Undo this. Oh no! Oh, have I broken it? Well, let's listen to what this fellow has to say. First officer, the safety of the crew, failed them. Should have cursed place. Find the axe. What happened? The men saw lights, southern cliffs at night. Captain and I would look into it. We rode alone. He was restless, sleepless. We passed walls of ice. Finally arrived the Great Horn into view. The words drift in, some carried away on the wind. Pulled ashore quickly. The size of it, the light. Somehow he knew. Eyes were wild. He was whispering, answering. He said it chose him alone. Avert my eyes. Could not help. Look upon. We fought. Cold hands. An iron grip. Breathless. What is that thing in the ice? The shape in the ice shrinks into itself. I know not. The eyes open. Watching. Shadow of shadow. Through the ice. Yet more closed still. It cannot arise. Break the ice. Call the heart. Okay. So it sounds like there's going to be something that I can do that will allow... Okay. I don't get it at all. But, hey, look at that. One of the eyes went back to sleep. Sight of a final escape, and a greater eye closed shut. Well, no, I've been slowly waking that thing up, but I just sent it back to sleep. This is a really bad idea, because it's nearly 6. Sleeper Shark. Can I now? Oh, I can! I can now just barrel around the outside. Turn that off. Barrel around the outside. And hopefully make my way back to the pontoon before it gets too crazy? Or... do you know what would have helps? I was actually at an area where I could have slept. I could have just gone back to bed and slept next to the giant eye creature. Oh well. So if you go off limits, there is a creature called Leviathan, which I came very close to and didn't notice until it was on top of me. And basically it just smacks you back down and you die. Oh no. Oh no. This is it for me, everyone. Or is it? Or is it? Maybe, I don't know. My guy doesn't like it. Now is not the time, water spout. I'm trying to go home. I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, we made it. Was there ever any doubt? We made it home safely. Quickly, take this. Throw that into storage. I'm going to bed. Right. Okay, so that's stuff that I have found earlier. Pursuits. Find the ice shaper, explore the area. Okay, cool. Well, I need to go and find another ice axe. That's not part of the ice that we can smash. That was a demo. Just so y'all know. I mean, it would have been fine if not for the water spout. But that's fine. The fact that I was able to drift into that chunk of ice and destroy it, that's really, really useful, actually. Because I was worried that you'd have to take it head on. But from the sounds of it, no. You just... I'm trying to feed you. If you would leave me alone... What's the little thing? That's the little thing. There. Have your juice box, you little goblin. Leave me alone. I completely forgot about the PS4. I'll be honest with you, Zachary. I thought that's like the one that we are currently on. But no, it's 5, and the PS2 that I have under my TV is amazing, but also quite old. I mean, fair enough. What does the PS5 have? Like, Call of Duty $80 sequel to Tekken or something? I don't know. Alright, fine, Spoderman, but I don't have a retort for that. I saw Beep Salt playing the first one, and like, yeah, that game's pretty good, actually. Let's rest until morning. Just to make sure that I'm not halfway round the map when night falls and I get shanked. Let's explore around this side, because I feel like I haven't yet. Like, this is the problem I find with most open world games, is I find a route, and then that's the route that I take. Just, like, always. No matter what. Right, you are the Whispering Stones. Cool. Aha! What are you? Translucent spire of ice stretches down into the darkness. Pulsing glow rises from the deep, illuminating 4 round sockets. Oh, that's what that is! I'm pretty sure that is what sailors did back in the... I mean, to be fair, that's how I navigate just life. Let's go. Yeah, we can do Eastern Terminus while we're here. Then I can go and get the last 4 Frozen Hearts and fill out that little altar. Collect a cool piece of ethereal equipment, I reckon. There it is. There's the claw. Yeah, so that's what I do about, like, when I... So I'll talk about Japan, because that's where my next trip is going to be. I learned to navigate essentially via straight lines. And I can probably get you back to, like, the apartment I stayed in by taking the same route. You go out the station, down 2 or 3 blocks that way to Bar Toronto, make a left, make a right at Hotel Zebra, and there it is. And that's how I got to where I stayed. Oh, I thought I was waking it up. And that's what the captain was saying. Don't break the things. You'll wake the guys up. You've rummaged through the small pile of equipment in the snow. Most items are stuck fast in the ice, but inside is a small backpack, and you find a journal. 2nd of June, 1847. Captain ordered us to make camp in the ice in the center of the lagoon. After we saw those lights in the ice, everyone's got treasure on their minds. Treasure hunting isn't exactly what the expedition was commissioned for, but given the captain gets the lion's share of whatever we find, it doesn't surprise me that he's willing to bend the rules a bit. We'll start digging after the camp's done. Spent the day digging down in the ice. Shovels and ice picks. Can't remember the last time I was this tired. We were only allowed 2 short breaks all day. Down in the pit, as I rested with my back against the ice, I started hearing something. It was different to the sounds of the picks. They were short and sharp. This was a rumble from deeper down. On my first break, it was occasional, only a few each minute. On my second break, it had quickened, like a heartbeat. Captain overheard me telling some others about the sound I heard in the pit. Before I knew it, I was in front of my desk, sure I was about to have my pay docked. To my great surprise, he seemed to know something of it already. He was keen on hearing it described over and over. He wants me to help locate the source of it. When he pressed me on it further, I said that it did seem to be coming from the east. Tomorrow, we are setting off to see if we can find it. Perhaps I shall get a bonus after this is done. Right. So... can I get over there before nightfall? Probably not. There's something over in Western Bear. Well, there's not. It's not something I can do tonight, because I would have to dredge once I get there. Darkrai, if you would like to set up a Japan trip, I'll be happy to work with you and do a Japan trip. Maybe it will mean I go thrice. But, like, save money. Getting there's kind of expensive. And, like, that's something that's actually making me feel really, really good about myself in general. Weird to say, I think. And that's sad. But I didn't have to save up a great deal to get to... oh, I'm in the wrong place. I didn't have to save up a great deal to be able to afford this Japan trip. It was like a month and a half of team leader work and pay, and like, yeah, that's pretty great. Was it the southern one where the head was? Let's try the southern one. And I feel very proud of myself that I have savings now. Not much, but definitely some of them. Ah! Get out of here! Dang, hermit crab. I don't like you. Gristly shark. Errant teeth push through failing skin. A single mouth is not enough. Oh, Wales has redeemed. Tell me your dreams. What did I dream last night? Hang on. I can leave my boat sitting there because time does not pass while you're not moving. I've learned this. Alright, 16:11. I'm running through town. I hear someone in my head, someone from work. They ask if they need money from the cash office, and I say no. They insist that they do, and ask again and again. And I insist no, more and more angrily each time. Which is basically how it goes in the cash office. Stop trying to second guess me. I know what I'm doing. Also, yeah, running? Pfft. There's time for that. See, I'm with you on that one, Zachary. Basically, my dad wants to go, and I'm going with him in this instance. Obviously, I want to go to Japan, but, like, that's where this trip came about. My dad wanted to make the trip. And he's happy just hanging out. He'll go window shopping the whole time. And I'm over here like, but what if I want to plan something? What if I want to do something cool? We should do something cool. And he's just like, well, I guess, if you want. I was just gonna hang out. Hey, yo, is that a harpoon? Oris Anchor. A fragment of a golden splintered horn. Discordant buzzing fills the surrounding air. It yearns for the deep. Cast this overboard to create a reusable two-way portal to Blackstone Isle. What? That's like the best possible outcome out of this. Like, yeah, sure, fast travel. But two ways now. Overrated, underrated, favorite, least favorite things in Japan. Overrated. Idol culture. I don't like it. I don't get it. The first person to spend the most wins. Like, what? I don't like that. Underrated. Probably one of the most underrated things in Japan, for me, was there are lots and lots of little touches that you see it and you think, oh, hey, that's actually pretty clever. Like, you go to the supermarket, right? And lots of very common household items are on the very bottom shelf. Why? Because there are miniature shopping trolleys for the kids. So the kids know where all the important stuff is, and they can help mom and dad. And they can just go shopping on their own. Sure would be cool if you'd leave me alone. I don't want to drop this frozen heart. I kind of need that. I need all four of them. I'll not be denied! Well, with the elderly that can't bend over, they go, excuse me, young man. Can you get me the what's it? Oh, no! Oh, I'm paddling by hand. Look how long this is taking me. I need a second engine, I reckon. Old enough. I've never heard of that, but that sounds adorable. Right, let's take all of these. And can I do this now? Best safe than sorry. That's why I'm the greatest captain in the world. Favorite. What was my favorite thing when I was in Japan? Well, there's a lot of things to cover in that spectrum. But the first thing that came to mind when I think of, like, my favorite thing from Japan, this is probably going to sound very silly in context, but here it goes. So, when we went to Venus Fort, which is this big shopping mall, it was a whole day's affair. And we got the train out, and we got the train back. And when we caught the train back, it was like rush hour home time. And what happened was, some office lady just got onto the train, sat beside me, and just leant against me and fell asleep. And I'm just like, oh, alright, cool. This is like, they warned me this would happen. And here, I'm like, I don't know this person. They probably never gave me a second thought. I helped them, and they needed that. And I think that's me as a person. The glowing light intensifies. Excuse me. Feeding into the four stones. A web of light grows between them, connecting, rejoining, and uniting. A radiant troll net. Strands blend through hues of the aurora, a gleaming trap of light in the dark. Menacing spikes of ice adorn a basalt frame. That's so cool! Can I install that? I bet you I can't. Throw it in the hole. And I don't know. The people I went to Japan with were not very nice people. And they're very bitchy and snipey. And like, it's kind of a thing in England that if you're friends with someone, you relentlessly bully them. But there's a way of doing it, right? There's ways and means. And these guys were not nice. And it just having somebody need me and I was there for them for that, that was really, really nice. Also, there's this one little apple tart place called Pablo's. Best apple tart in the world. That is also a favorite thing in Japan. Least favorite thing in Japan was the company. Does that count? Can I install you here? Well, I don't need the Fathomless Winch right now. So, you can go into storage. Wow, it's like the game was tooled for this very thing. Let's throw out a troll net. Let's see what we catch. Incidentally, something to note in this game, something that I found, is that there are certain fish you can only catch by trolling. That's how you find anchovies. You have to just randomly pick them up out in the middle of the ocean somewheres. I forgot what I picked up. Apparently it rotted. Hey, there you go! See? Trollfish. Picked up a stargazer. That's not what stargazy pie is, by the way. But, like, what a wild-looking fish. No, in all seriousness, though, probably my least favorite thing about being in Japan was, let's just throw you in a storage. I don't need you right now. Yeah, worst thing about being in Japan was it's really, really nice using the public transportation until it's busy. And then it's just sardines in a can. And, like, I've got no issues with using public transportation. I don't drive. But I will, you know, I take the bus, I get the train, I'm used to buses and trains. And Japan, oh my god, like, every 10 minutes your train's gonna arrive. You miss it, stand there for a bit. Get the next one. I love that part. But it was very often the case that Craterus Seer. But it was very often the case that, man, you are not going to enjoy this when it's particularly busy. Ice Shaper. Hey, there you go. That was going to be my, like, the last thing I need to do today thing. You're a sheet of metal. Don't need you. I didn't mind taking the bus, like I say, although I'm pretty sure an old lady made fun of me. Or I said something that she found amusing. Because I stepped back, and I told her to go ahead of me. As you know, that's what you do. And you have followed me all the way out. And the word you use is dozo, which is, like, kind of catch-all. It's your turn after you first, you go, that sort of thing. Dozo. And she just sort of laughed and shook her head. Dozo. And off she got. And I'm like, what? Was that not? Anyways, a crater seer, a bright eye spins inside an impacted socket. An answer from above. Oh, for sure. When we went to Miyajima, one of the guys, just someone who lived there, was quite rude. Cha! Yeah, one of the guys who lived there was quite rude. Called us idiot foreigners. Changed his tune when someone replied to him in Japanese. What the hell? A bubbling cha. Seared flesh forms the mantle of an incandescent core. Water boils into the air around it. Yeah, for sure. Like, it was genuinely just the one guy who was particularly rude to or about us. Everyone else was just like, wow, a bunch of foreigners. You must be famous. Hold my baby. I'll take a picture with you, foreign famous people. That happened on multiple occasions. It was wild. Yeah, you can get by with, like, tourist Japanese. It is just my experience that you do better speaking Japanese to the people there than expecting them to speak English to you. Oh, that's abyssal. I can't fish down there. Probably because I'm off the map. That's why, and that's going to be like barrel eyes. Oh no. Oh no! That's new. That's new. White mist is new. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. There you go. Look. See? Ice Shaper. I found it. You really found it. How on earth do you actually locate that stuff down there in the deep? Anyway. Let me slot this blade in here. Seems right. I think it's ready to start cutting. Blocks of ice coming right up. That works pretty well. Yeah, these are on the house. Yeah, I don't want those. From now on, I'll be able to stock some of these ice blocks in my pontoons. Thanks, partner. Well, there you go. Is that everything? Sure is. Well, there you go. That is the Frozen Reach. $5.99. I think that's pretty good for $5.99. Obviously, I just barreled straight through it. I'm sure there's a few more bits and pieces around here that I didn't immediately find. I'm sure this is a real bad idea, but I want these crab pots back. King's Wreath. A clockwork crown of claws. A cycle of succession in the deep. Does that... I was gonna say that it looks suspect. That's what that does. See, with the visit with my dad, that's probably going to be the plan for us as well, is... Because I'm the one who speaks more of the language than he does, more than nothing, it's going to be over to me to communicate and to say, hey. What? Oh, that is disgusting. Did you hear that? That was a wet, crunchy sound as that narwhal ate all those fish. That is nasty. But, like, that's something that is, to an extent, worrying me about the trip, because basically everything is on me. I'm the navigator, I'm the translator, I'm the tour guide, I'm everything. So, like, oh, man. Oh, I best be getting this right. Alright, let's go get that crab pot back. And then let's go raid someone. I think I know whomst. I mean, it'll be fine. There was one of the days when... For reasons I shall not go into on stream, I was left to my own devices and had to go make my own time. I went to Akihabara on my own, and I was able to get about with, like you say, tourist Japanese. Where is the can I have the thank you for the... Wow, I'm an idiot. That was one of them. And like, I don't even care. I don't even care about that. I'm going to sell that back to the fisherwoman anyway. And I'm going to reinstall my harvesting platform. I'm going to go home. That's what I'm going to do. You don't know me. There we go. Alright, let's just reset you. You. I don't need. You I can uninstall. And switch to. Where is it? Yeah, you. Harvesting platform. Here's a question, actually. Something I should have checked. A mighty sneeze silence as Lady Luna Phoenix goes flying through the door, right back out the other door, carrying a banner reading, "Hi CPC, hi chat." So, O Wales has told me that story right there. And do you know what? If that happened to my team, that would be hilarious. That would be the thing that we never let anyone live down as long as, like, the rest of our days was... Man, remember that time when... And then that happened. Because you gotta have... You gotta laugh at yourself, right? Oh, dang, it's 3 in the morning. Let's go fishing. There was that abyssal plot over here, wasn't there? Oh, that's ice fishing. That's right. It was like... Oh, fine. I'll go back to bed. I will have a nap. One of the places, well, the place where we stayed, rather, was particularly close to a hotel that had hourly rates. Not entirely sure why. And one of the things that one of the people I was with liked to do was to look out of the window and be judgy. What? Why are those two going into... At Empirical Woodland Hotel, literally part of the name of this establishment. I don't know what else it could possibly have been. It's just... That! Right, Zark, right. That. If you go out of bounds, that thing shows up and just eats you. And I'm just gonna leave. Because I don't want to give it the chance. No, thank you. But yeah. Queen Bee was like, oh man, her and him? Raise your standards, Goral. And like, just let people be, you know? It's cool. Anyways, that was Dredge. I hope everybody enjoyed Dredge. I'm sailing back home so that I can sleep and it'll be fine. The only issue we had with where we stayed was the shower. Because the shower, at least for me, was mounted at face level. Because it was designed for someone a lot shorter than me. But, yeah, that's about the only issue I had. Now, this could be something we can go talk about in the Discord. join the Discord, it's cool. And there we go. That's there you go. That's how we're gonna end Dredge for now. Is me clicking the wrong door and going to the dry dock instead of the ship, right? Where would we be without my failure to navigate? But yeah, in the Discord we can talk it over and plan that sort of stuff out, because highly recommend going. That's one reason why I'm going, is it's a good time. Thank you for the stream, says Oh Wells. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Here's my ending screen. I'm pretty sure I know whomst it is that we are going to go and raid into, because it is it's Rin, because she has started a new game today, and she finished up Blue Reflection after like years upon years. That game goes for just 100 hours. So yeah, we're gonna go raid Rin, who has started Atelier Aisha. Don't know what that is, so let's go say hello. Do come back tomorrow, same sort of time. We're gonna be picking up with Donkey Kong Land. The absolute horror of trying to complete a Game Boy game. So yeah, come back for that. And until next time, goodbye.